Now I'm going to talk about the country that was assigned to us, which is South Korea, and the energies it uses. South Korea has, you could say, a lot of energy it uses apart from natural gases, fossil fuels, and other harmful energies for the environment. But the two that stand out are nuclear energy and hydroelectric energy. Nuclear energy is not really a renewable source, but I want to mention it as it is a really important part from South Korea. And then hydroelectricity, which is a renewable source, is used a lot. I believe like about 40% in electricity production in cities. But apart from that, it's really hard to find solar, wind, and other kind of energies in South Korea, even though I found that it's kind of possible to use a lot of renewable sources in South Korea, and they are expanding on it, but at the time it's really just hydroelectricity as the source of renewable energy, even if they are constantly researching other kind of energies in their country.
Ever since 2013, there has been an increase of South Korean sustainable buildings. In fact, the country has 81 LEED and 1,639 GSEED buildings, and these are certifications that are given to green buildings, and one way to become a green building is to be a sustainable one. The first building that we chose is located in Naju, and it's called KEPCO headquarters. KEPCO stands for Korea Electric Power Corporation. This company is in charge of 93% of the electricity produced in South Korea. This building uses wind energy, solar energy, and geothermal energy. Its function is to be its headquarters, which means it's the company's main office and administrative center. We chose this building because we like the fact that the company that is in charge of generating electricity is using sustainable energy sources to work. The second building that we chose is located in the city of Yongin, and it's called the Green Smart Innovation Center. This building, as well as the previous one, uses solar energy, wind energy, and geothermal energy. The function of this building is to be a research facility that is in charge of developing new technologies that are eco-friendly while being an eco-friendly building itself. We chose this building because we like the new technologies that it uses to take advantage of the natural energy sources, and because it's designed to save as much energy as possible. Our third and final building is the Seoul Energy Dream Center, which, like its name indicates, is located in the city of Seoul. Its energy sources are solar energy and geothermal energy. Well, this building is kind of a museum since its purpose is to house exhibits and guides in the topic of renewable energy and offer educational programs with dynamic activities. Well, we like this building because it's a building that educates people in the very important topic that is renewable energy sources.
So we chose Peru because we think it has two important opportunity areas regarding renewable sources, more specifically solar energy, and regarding plastic production. Solar energy in Peru only represents about 1.3% of the total energy demand in Peru. So as we can see, it's actually pretty low. And this added to the fact that Peru produces about 3,000 million plastic bags per year. It gives us a very well opportunity to actually make some kind of improvement on the plastic consumption, such as our building, which is actually think to produce biodegradable plastic bottles.
The process of creating our model was a little bit complicated because we had the idea of giving it the shape of a water bottle. This was because it would function as a water bottle company or factory, and it was a creative and original idea. So we at first planned to use a real plastic water bottle to give it the shape, but that would look a little bit simple and not so aesthetic, so we changed our minds. Then, after doing several drawings of our ideas, we achieved what you will look in the screen. This drawing is about our final idea, or what we tried to recreate in our model. It consists in two buildings, circular buildings in the sides that would function as the factory, and a rectangular building in the middle that would be the factory offices. And in its surroundings, we kept our idea of giving it the shape of the water bottle, so we created a structure, an external structure that will have glass, or that was our original idea first. So the first step of creating the model was to obtain all the materials. Then we started cutting everything and painting everything. This part was done by my partners because they were the less talented members of the team in handcrafting. So they were in charge of cutting all the buildings shapes that I did in the card box, and also we obtained or found a cookies box that would serve as the middle building. So they painted everything and pasted everything. After that, I did a little bridge that would connect the two towers of the factory, and also I did some with aluminum foil. I painted it and used it as a solar panels that would use our building, because it would receive its energy from the sun. Also, what I did was to do the structure. I used some sticks, some wood sticks that my partners painted in silver, and it was a little bit complicated because when I pasted one, then another one would be loose, and I had to be very careful while doing it and carrying it to the school. But we finally achieved, and these are some pictures of the process.
Now we decided to use photovoltaic energy, which is a kind of solar energy that detaches the electrons from the atoms and stores them just so they can be used as electrical energy. We chose this kind of energy basically because of the kind of weather that Peru has all year round. We are talking about an average temperature of about 27 to 21 degrees Celsius, something in that range. So it's basically a pretty hot place, and we don't have the complication of having usual cloudy weather or rain, or just elements that could affect solar energy recollection.
As a team, we got to the conclusion that by doing the investigation required for this project, we learned about the renewable sources that are used nowadays in South Korea and in other countries in order to obtain energy. Also, we learned that there are some countries that are really aware of the effects of contamination and therefore are investing money and technology in order to discover new ways of obtaining energy and harming lesser planet. In the other hand, there are some countries that do not have the sources to do investigations or buying some systems of renewable energy. So we decided to place and design our building to be in real life in Lima, Peru, which is a city that receives a lot of sunlight. Since it has a solar system of obtaining energy, we thought that it would be really productive for the building to be in Lima. Also, our building would create recyclable bottles, which would be really good for the country and also for the planet. And it would be a good way to help a country that doesn't have the sources to change the way they produce plastic, and also to have a system that doesn't harm a lot our planet. So that's why we decided to place it in Lima, Peru, and it will be nice for the model to be put in practice or be created in real life.